And as we look towards Waitangi Day next week, the name of this nation seems a good one to consider. While many of us know this place as Aotearoa, there's nothing making that official. But one Wellington man is on a mission to change that. He's launched a petition calling for Aotearoa to be recognised alongside New Zealand, officially as the name for this country. He's got the support of the former Governor-General, Sir Jerry Mataparai, and the co-leader of the Green Party, Marama Davidson, several leading historians and thousands of New Zealanders. Or maybe they should be called Aotearoa New Zealanders now. Our reporter, Nita Blake-Person, and visual journalist Bex Parsons-King filed this report.
Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. It's on our passports, cash and signs. It's in our anthem. But when it comes to the official name of this country, we're just plain old New Zealand.
The word New Zealand sort of does make me think of travesties of the Treaty of Waitangi.
That's something Tahau Jobe wants to change. He wants a referendum to have Aotearoa considered alongside New Zealand as the official name of this country. He says the name New Zealand has a lot of history and he doesn't want it cut entirely.
It's not always pretty, but it still has history. And with Aotearoa, to me, it connects everything together. Right from the past, right up to now. I've always called this place Aotearoa New Zealand. It's been nothing different to me. Of course, other people call it other things. Kei te pai. That's really good. Good on them. But as far as it concerns me, where our official documents state one thing, and this includes our national anthem, our money that's got Aotearoa and New Zealand on it, it's inconsistent about who and what we are now.
Neil Atkinson is the government's chief historian. He says the country was dubbed Nova Zealandia by a Dutch map maker in the mid-1600s and later anglicised to New Zealand by James Cook when he arrived.
I mean, it's fascinating how names have come about, and interesting for New Zealand that we've ended up with this Dutch name that has lasted, for 375 years or so.
By 1840 it was made official with the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi.
We think about these two traditions of Maori culture and traditions, and then the British, mainly English and Scottish element. But what's interesting is New Zealand's actual name comes from a different source. It's a Dutch name.
Danny's petition, which closes at the end of February, has the backing of Greens co-leader Marama Davidson.
People are like, oh, why is this even a question? It should have been done a long time ago, and I'm not sure why it hasn't. I think this is a good conversation to be having across the country.
She says any costs would be minimal and the change might not have to go through the rigmarole of a referendum like the flag debate.
Through an act of parliament, we could actually just do it, and the Greens actually have an agreement with Labour in our confidence agreement and our agreement between the parties to uphold Te Tiriti as our founding document. So this could just be part of an ordinary work program. We could just put this through.
But do people actually want to change? On Wellington's waterfront there was some apprehension from those not familiar with Aotearoa.
For the whole world it won't be more confusing. They won't know what that is.
Name is New Zealand is better than Aotearoa, but not matter.
Aotearoa. Why would you want to do this? Why isn't it just enough with New Zealand? That's what I'm thinking.
But those in favour say it's a better reflection of the country.
I remember when I was blonde-haired and my mum went to a fish and chip shop. It must have been in 1965. You wouldn't have been born then. But the guy wouldn't serve my mum because she was Māori. I said to my mum, can you please teach me Māori? Oh, no, better not, because it's better that you don't know your language because of how you were treated. So I think this is awesome.
Well, any country you go to, their local language is a mouthful for you if you're a tourist, so I don't see any problems there.
Both terms mean a lot to me, so I suppose from my perspective, I sort of think of them as synonyms rather than as a single term.
Tahau Jobe knows the petition is a long shot, but he's hopeful it will spark some discussion and change.
People who are secure in their identity have a lot better outcomes, and surely just from that alone we must want that. It just builds upon a more cohesive and inclusive society for us all. So for me it's a no-brainer.
A chance to map out a new future for what we ultimately call home. In Wellington for Checkpoint, Nita Blake-Person, aho.